doing what I'm doing. You want to say good, so you want to say wood, so man, what the fuck is that?
Spell who? Spell
W-H-O.
What's the difference? I said W-H-O.
Welcome to 478. I'm your magnificent host, Mojo Goody. I'm here with
Man, Gringo Mars, man, the drench that stole drip was on a bitch. You understand me?
Nasty on Drip. And here we give you the facts, the theories, and opinions on dope shit from a dope perspective.
Yes, sir.
Today we're gonna range over a couple of topics, some hip hop shit.
Got to do that.
We're gonna talk about some personal beliefs.
Got to do that.
Religion.
Necessary.
We even gonna get down to a couple of boxing things that's going on, so
for the culture, I'm a boxing nigga. I love it. And Floyd the GOAT. TV level to me.
They go to what?
Boxing, man.
Like better than Mayweather? I mean, better than Ali?
Yeah.
Muhammad?
Definitely.
Cassius Clay.
Muhammad is the greatest ever. Like as far as just his lord, but as far as your pure boxing skill, man, come on, man.
He's a very defensive fighter. A lot of people say he run.
A lot of people don't know boxing. He's the most accurate puncher in history. You know what I'm saying?
For real, percentage wise, he landing.
You don't hit him, he hit you. I was like, fuck out my face. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face.
That's the motherfucking name of the game. In a fight, I'm trying. You ain't touching this.
Right.
I get mine off, but you can't touch this. You can get some of this. I can burst that off, but you ain't getting it.
As exciting as boxing matches is, two niggas fight in the street, much more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Cause everybody get punched every time, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas ain't dodging nothing. But from a sport perspective, come on, man. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Get into some shit, dog.
The first thing we're gonna start off talking about is Drake, the certified Loverboy, dropping the album this year, man.
Jimmy.
Wheelchair Jimmy.
He going back. Hey, I seen some shit on the internet. It said, goddamn, every time Drake write a sad song, he's sitting in a wheelchair. I
can picture that. I
gotta go there.
Yeah. That's the more what's sadder for him in his life than being in Wheelchair Jimmy.
You feel me?
A lot of ups, but there has to be a down, especially if he was method acting. You got to put yourself in the character.
Right.
So, he probably felt that pain. He need to really do some big screen shit, man. I believe it's about time for that.
I feel like that's his play. I feel like he gonna I think he always been playing. He gonna kind of go out on side, drive album, then take a break and get back into the acting.
And a lot of the shit I see him in,
anytime he want after that.
I think he was in the Progressive commercial. What he was in the commercial in Super Bowl?
You're like a State Farm or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
great. State Farm or some shit.
His Saturday Night Live.
Drinking Blake.
Yeah, but he got an acting background. But I think he need to get more into that. Right now, he can into a lot of other shit, man.
Should be in.
For real, man. Drake.
I mean, they let him in there, but you shouldn't have tried to go in there.
He's gaining a reputation of exactly what his album called. He a certified lover boy.
Put the stamp on it.
Nothing is off guard, man.
Hide your bitch, hide your girlfriend, hide your cousin, hide your wife. He is fucking everybody. I'm sure it's not that. This consensual.
It's a Canadian singer named Naomi Sharon. Now Drake flew her out to get on the new album, Certified Lover Boy. Flew her out and her fiance at the time, And the reports are saying that on this little trip that Drake done smashed the man girl while he there on the trip that he paid for. Bring them out and you hit a girl.
I mean, that particular instance is terrible on Drake, but even more so abundantly on that young lady. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? That's not very
It's a legend. I'ma say that. But if she did it, Shaw ain't shit.
Come on now.
They was in a relationship for 8 months. Matter of fact,
I thought years.
Oh, no, they've been engaged for 8 months.
They've been together for 8 years. It been years.
Yeah, it was
together for 8 years.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of commitment. That's a lot of life.
That's damn near a decade with one person, same breath, same farts.
Right. And you at that point you think you know this person. Cause you gotta to be honest, you have to be very comfortable. If Drake say, hey, listen, man, we're gonna fly you and your fiance out. We're gonna have a good time. Maybe have some drinks or something. Just see if we can be creative. He had to be confident in her. Like, okay, oh baby, we going to Canada. Okay, let's go. We can go. We can meet Drake. You had to be confident because some people would think, nah, I'm not taking you around that light skinned motherfucker. You playing games, not this LL Cool J lip licking motherfucker. No, don't stop playing with me, girl. But you know, he went up there, man. So he was confident, but evidently, it wasn't what he thought it was.
I feel like we really got, as the public, we got Drake fucked up. You understand?
Yeah.
Drake has, and then at first it was a weakness of his, but he done find a way to use it as a strength. People always felt like Drake was pussy about, he was telling about something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here for you, I just want to talk, you know what I'm saying? Loverboy type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he get perceived as. But we look at his track record, history, Drake really a savage dog nigga. Drake is a future that can get good credit. You know what I'm saying? Basically what I'm trying to tell y'all people. No dread future. He's a classic future. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want time to be alive when he get together with some whores. But Drake's particular thing is he like to fuck other people women. It's a long track list. He fell out with The Weeknd about it. Him and Common beefed over Serena Williams.
True. I know he done had some problems with Tiger about Black China and just doing stuff. But I ain't saying that they were in relationships when all this happened every time, but that nigga always close by. That nigga is waiting for you to slip up. Just like that nigga in the hood or wherever you be at, watching you and your girl, like, oh, you know, that's a cool couple, man. She really bad, man. She was with me, man. I got done. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't being nice about it. He plotting. He can't
fall off
like a predator here.
Fall off. The nigga, hey, so man, you all right, man? I know that hurt you, man. You want to grab a coffee? You know, something like that. Drake is that. He done did it multiple times.
And then he even talk shit about it. Like the Joe Budden to hear his shit. Asking me questions like, what your bitch at? Like, I'm about to tell you where she been at Costa Correz. I got a kidnapped. He was really in Costa Correz with her. That is crazy. He ain't playing. Let me tell you what it is. Drake is a...
But five.
I think you hear me. Drake is a show-off, be braggy type of nigga, and I love it. That's the record I grew up on. Jay-Z, braggadocious. That's the word for it. Jay-Z, my favorite rapper. He the biggest braggadocious nigga it was. Jay-Z been telling y'all drinking Cristal, Versace linen. You know what I'm saying? He been Beamer and Lexus.
And then Drake got the money flex.
And the girl flex.
You feel me?
He flexing on you like how Jay-Z would flex off in the old days, his new wife. Even now, Jay-Z still flexing. He just talk about it in a more dignified way. It's artwork, it's venture capitalism, angel investing.
Ooh, what he said, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's another beat. Don't forget the other beat. Hey, man, come on, man.
Then he's mad at Beyonce. He's flexing on you. Even after all this time, all the wisdom, he still love a good flex. Because everybody does. We that, because like
everybody love a good flex.
You feel me?
But I think Drizzy, he built this track record. It really goes in good promotion for the album. Like certified Loverboy.
It's everything that's so crafted.
Like, you can't say he's not like you say Serena and Common. We got Tiger. Matter of fact, Ye and Kim, you know, recently they filed for divorce. Kim filed from divorce from Ye. But like it was a situation where one time, you know, Ye and Drake always had they back and forth for a minute now. It's been time. They got some dope records together. I wish they worked more together. He directed Drake's first video, the best I ever had.
Wasn't the best video, but just the fact that Kanye did it, culture.
A lot of Drake videos were horrible at the beginning.
Drake didn't get it cool on early. Drake react and stiff and shit. But now Drake got that. He jigging now.
But yo, like sometime after, in the midst of them having issues, like Drake followed Kim on something on Instagram, and Kanye went off on Twitter like, imagine. He said something like, imagine you not liking a nigga, and then he followed your wife on social media. So really, Drake messy and sad. He don't give a fuck.
Messy is a funny word. Like you follow you a messy hoe.
You a messy nigga. Like,
but let me ask you this much.
He directed your first video. He's messy.
Is Kim the Kiki he was describing?
I heard that
Kiki. You know, and he was talking that shit.
Kiki, Kim.
Costa Corez, I got a kick now. You feel me?
Certified Loverboy album. Very.
I'm very anticipating. And speaking of that, like with Drake, coming soon to drop. Cole just dropped.
Right.
And we're gonna talk about some of that Cole. And then Kendrick got
three-headed monster this year.
Like this year, I feel like now at all this time, they the big three of the 2010s.
Right.
Now at this point in their career, they both done reached the highest heights they done reached. They
Drake the only one without dreads.
No, it really though.
A lot changed.
And you know, it's not really.
Yeah, a lot changed.
Now we get a chance to see 3 bodies of work same year. Where you at right now? Who really? What we gonna rank y'all? Y'all always 1, 2, and 3. Who we gonna put it at 2021? I feel like all y'all done had y'all points where y'all done been the one. Know what I'm saying? I feel like Drake done been consistently the most. Know what I'm saying, across the board. But everybody done had their point. But who right now?
Bro, I want to say, has J. Cole ever had his time? When he was the one? What has it been about over
2014 Forest Hill Drive. That time he came back
on the radio and shit.
Yeah, they wasn't looking for him at that time period. They had already declared Drake and Kendrick as the niggas, and Cole kind of stuck in a lull.
They had like almost still made up that note. Oh, definitely. But that's a 3-hit monster.
Okay. Now, speaking of one thing about J. Cole, I think we often forget he's a great rapper, period, for being from anywhere. But I don't think people look at J. Cole and think he a Southern rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they do either.
But we got to really realize that I used to live in North Carolina. It's the South. You know what I'm saying? He's a Southern
country
rapper.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? When we think about the esteem of a J. Cole, we got to really start giving the South some respect for the lyricism.
Because, like, as you know, New York, the mecca of hip hop. Like up north, when you think about where hip hop originated from, and you think about lyricism, like, you know, both of us are big Jay-Z fans.
Yeah.
When you think about Nas, West, like, you know, Tribe Called Quest, every
Biggie.
You know, Biggie, a lot of things that originate, like, it come from New York. So I think for a longest period of time, right, when you think about lyricism, you think about the names you name, like up north rappers. That's what you put in the mind of lyricism. Now, early Southern rap, I think what really made it popular is some of that bounce music. I don't know what you call it specifically, but when you think about Uncle Luke, I think it was that bounce.
Bass,
you know, Miami bass.
And we had Atlanta bass, like, you know what I'm saying? Dancer. We can't do too much copyright. But y'all heard.
But, like, they associate Southern music with just kind of club type music. This is what we dance to, you know, this is that type of music. But, you know, we don't dance no more. Hey, what if that's what they was talking about?
Yeah, they were announcing it. They was announcing it. They telling you that they slid it in on, telling this shit deep, nigga.
You don't dance
this shit, nigga, folks self-made. Facts, theories, opinions.
Because when you
sometimes all 3 are winning. Now think about that.
Most of the time.
You feel me?
When you think about Southern lyricism, especially now we talking about the Dungeon Family, we think about Outkast, CeeLo, you know,
Cool Joe Goody.
When we talk about that, that's when, like, the South got something to say. That's what Andre meant at that Source Award. Like,
it's coming.
He knew that, like, they don't think we spit.
Yeah.
But now, you know, coming into, like, the new age, like, first off, let's say Tucci.
Yes.
Louisiana.
Yes.
Dwayne Michael Carter.
Okay.
You feel me? From Louisiana, man, the Southern bred, and a lot of people have to say he's one of the greatest lyricists that we've ever seen. Like, this boy. Now,
distinctly so.
Some people may question his content, his concepts, maybe like his song writing ability, but lyrically, when it comes to metaphors, similes, and just crazy wordplay, bro.
Man, turn that beat on, get your ass in the booth, let your dreadlocks down,
country shit,
go the fuck off.
Country shit.
No,
and we can name more.
Scarface,
Big Crit. Come on,
T.I. Rick Ross has the most underrated pen of the 2000s. Know what I'm saying? I feel like Rick Ross underrated in the pantheon of lyricism. That's something else too. Know what I'm saying?
I think so, and I think that's
underrated. Y'all crazy. That nigga go in. Are y'all fucking crazy?
I question listeners. You know, it's about what do these guys listen to sometimes. You know, because what's Rick Ross to me. He got a cosign from a lot of big people early. Jigga always got a dope, you know, feature on something
from the beginning.
Jay-Z don't do that for everybody.
He picked the ones. Yeah. He stamped J. Cole. He picked the ones. Drake been trying to get his approval from the jump. He stamped him. From the beginning, he stamped Ross. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put, all right, we're gonna say Jay-Z, Nas, folks like that, we're gonna set them above that. They not in this conversation. What's understood, they got this plan.
You know, and when we go under, when we talk about, now I'm skipping this middle. When we go under and we talk about the Drakes, the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, you know, that's the level of people. But when we stick to like the Lil Wayne, the Rick Ross, the T.I., like to me those are prime. Them GOAT levels to me. to me personally, like them boys for their era, goats, man. And I put, and to me, I think people would think putting them people in the conversation with Lil Wayne and who I said, Rick Ross and T.I. You got to, man, when you really look at their catalog and how long they've been doing it and the quality of their music, man, them boys is goats, man. You feel me? For me personally, so you know.
Most definitely.
But it's time. It's time that they give the South the due respect. It's not, lyricism shouldn't be associated with just up top, man. They ain't start making brains up north. We got them same brains down here, but it's like we got a different.
And Twain, so it's the culture. We soaked it up. We live a different kind of way, you know what I'm saying? We don't have as many activities to do as in the North, you know what I'm saying? So we had to make our own fun. It's organic.
We got that balance, a little bit more flavor.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
like we basically obey on it. They got that seasoning on it.
But I feel like basically what we saying is like, of course, it's been acknowledged throughout the years that the South has some lyricism, like the ones we named, and they are great. What I'm saying now, at this point, we got to step back and look at like the South really has a lot of fucking lit, like so much close to the fact that we should have been shed just that we bounce around shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's just so many niggas at this point you can't even question, oh y'all niggas slow down. They're like, come on man, listen to this shit. This shit sounds slow to you, man. Even I'll take it back another way. A white southern rapper, even Bubba Sparks used to go in. Come on, man, lyrics, come on in.
He was good.
And then think about this, some to the north. This is crazy now. No, we from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We consider Virginia to be the north. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The north considers Virginia the south. They say Virginia's still very country. Even though it's right on top of fucking North Carolina, they still consider all this shit kind of country.
I've been there one time myself, and to me, it struck me. It had a northern feel to me. To me, so we consider that southern.
See, no, like the people in the north do. Us being southern, like we feel like it kind of we treat it the same way they treat it. Like, man, this shit ain't the north, nigga. This is the north. We treat this shit like, nah, nigga, this shit ain't the south, nigga. This is the south. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like it kind of like straddles their line. You gotta go into like your Pusha T's, your Missy Elliott's, all the people we gonna include that as the south.
Ooh, and if we do, come on, man. Hey. I ain't even gonna get in there, but Andre 3000 at that Source Award, he said it years back. The South
got something to say, and he meant it. And it's ringing true to this day. Even the newer generation carrying it on, like your JIDs, your Earth Gangs. Yeah. Like these people are something lyricist. Isaiah Rashad, he from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
The boy's big homie.
Oh, the boy's big homie. The boy's big homie.
But look, man, we gotta pay a couple of bills.
A few.
We gonna be right back with you.
Right back.
A minute. Wait on, let me tell you this. I would have picked these up today. Lil Baby. These the all-in chips. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got salt and vinegar, barbecue, onion, garlic, really? And more. Now, I don't know what the fuck.
What's the more? I feel like the more is like Trap Brothers do. Rubber bands, baking soda, everything you need.
Hard work pays off, man.
Yeah.
And I'm all in on these, man. I just want to give a shout out to Master P and Lil Baby. Y'all keep doing what you do. And here at 478, we support it. And we eat rap snacks.
The ice cream, man, and chips. Yeah.
Man, back to the show, man. It's 478, man. You know, we got a good flow going on. We're going to get into the topic that it's close to, I mean, everyone has to go through a journey in life of spirituality.
Yep.
You know, religion.
That's the ultimate question of man.
You feel me? And I've been in the conversation where they say, man, our generation is not going to church anymore. How you feel about that, bro?
I think one word kind of can information. We're the information age. Like a lot of our parents, our predecessors, they taught what they were taught. They taught what they were taught. Don't put this how you do this one way to do it, you're gonna do it right, you gotta do it like this. Teach them like this, teach them like this, teach them like this. Our generation was taught to question things, reading things, then with us being born in the internet era, everything's at our fingertips. Anything you wanna know, if you look hard enough, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? We're more informed on things, we think about stuff differently. Sometimes you had access, if you just grew up a Southern Baptist, that's all they fed you, and you ain't had no access, no, you might not never know, maybe I agree more with Buddhism, or you know what I'm saying, or Judaism, or anything else, you know what I'm saying, you got more access, or maybe you find some information, but like, I don't believe in religion at all, that's your opinion, you know what I'm saying, I feel like our generation had a lot of that, in my opinion.
that make it understandable. So it's like you can't blame, the black community for like your mom went to church. That's all she know because her grandmother was like, listen, every Sunday we're gonna go to church. That's what we do in this family. And she's like that because the great grandmother always told the grandma, hey, we're going to church because that's what we do. And less information. And they always say, if you want to hide something from a nigga or a person of color, put it in a book. And I'd be damned if we ain't find all that information in the internet age.
Right.
Forget a book. Now it's in our hands. Like, it ain't nothing that we can't learn. Mm-hmm. Like, I think a lot of our generation pushed away from it because, bro, like, in church, let me tell you my experience, man. Like, I see people talk about people like it ain't nothing in church, bro. I've seen it up close from family or from somebody I'm just saying, sister Mary, her son just got
messy, nosy.
You feel me? Talking like this. And you would think this is a no judgment zone. I went into church at a young age thinking like this was that type of zone was like, okay, everybody here is accepted. We're just trying to find out our way. But man, everybody is lost and we can't pretend. We don't know the way. You feel me? And I think our generation is still spiritual without going to church. Like, I ain't been to church in a while. Whether you call it a good thing or a bad thing, I do still feel like I'm in touch with some spirits. Like, I know, like, I'm connected with the universe, actually. I know I am. I'm in touch with that. How you feel about your spirituality?
I feel like I improve it every day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like that should be everybody's goal. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, you want to grow more spiritual, more aware, more like just in touch with whatever is driving this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel it in your bone. You want to be one with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is one. You want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And every day you want to strive towards that. And I feel like I try to be on the path to it. Something I think, and then what you saying about being made to go to church and shit, I think like it's a certain kind of like control aspect. Like, you trying to make me do this shit. I'm not fucking with it. I feel like religion is something supposed to be bigger than you. You should feel it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, back to the information, me finding out that like my people come from here, and then forcing that religion on us made it more susceptible. It's like an old tactic. Like, we got some shit beating our head to make us dumb down and believe shit, and we just kept spreading and perpetuating.
Right. They gave us a belief. Right. And then took all our history away from us. Right. So the only thing we know to teach to our offspring is the same history that the master, the controller teaches, man. Right. And like our generation, I just really think that we got enough information and we do enough self-reflecting to. Now, I think the old school people, they praying and believe in God in the sky. And that's what they believe in. He's gonna watch over us. I think our generation is more like finding that everything they need is in themselves. Even though you still believe in a certain spirit, but it's a connection. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
You made in the image. You know what I'm saying?
You made in the image. I am that.
And think about it, Rick. You always hear the words knowledge of self. Think about that. The more you know yourself and understand everything you feel, you gain the connection to God. Because you know what I'm saying? You made the image. That's the purest thing when you feel God through yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's true spirituality.
People are always trying to find themselves because they want to feel what feel right for them. Because when they do, they feel like they're going to live the best life they can live. Right.
And it's like finding
God won't.
Think about living your life with all of us. We're all wanderers. But when you get to that moment where you can actually find yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, I know me. I know how I act in this certain situation. I know what situation is not for me. I'm not going to be there. Like, I know that I'll scrape because I know how to move. I feel like that's the kind of spirituality that our generation has reached, man. So do I think church? Now, don't get me wrong. I kind of want to go to church for the nostalgia of it because it's been a time I went to church and I felt the Holy Ghost. As someone say, I felt the Spirit. People in there clapping and like, okay, is this it? It's a Spirit. It's a Spirit in the building. I've been on the edge of feeling that. Like, I don't hope.
You never let you with it. Like,
I was hoping for the Holy Ghost when I was young. I want to feel it because show me. Right. Show me so I can believe it. Show me why you want me to come here every Sunday. I need to feel that. And I never obtained that. Do I believe that? Like, when I saw it, it was real. some motherfuckers be putting on, bro. Period. Like, no.
Want to get famous and shit.
Some of y'all just putting on, man. The spirit ain't on you like that. But it's not. Because some people go to church Sunday and back Monday they on the same shit. Don't even get me started on what they did Saturday.
Man, listen, man.
You know what,
Mojo?
Yeah.
We really knocked that shit out today.
Yeah.
You know who else might get knocked the fuck out?
Who?
Motherfucking Jake and Logan Paul fucking around with Floyd Mayweather, take a nigga hat off the shit. Quit playing with that nigga. That's a billion. That nigga get your whack, nigga. Quit fucking playing. But yeah, in recent sports news, coming like YouTuber brothers, you know what I'm saying? Jake and Logan Paul, they made headlines recently. I say recently, the past year or two with fighting. They transitioned their YouTube fame to fighting boxing.
And they made money.
Big money.
You feel me? He popping shit with money. Mayweather.
Right. Now, Floyd being a money type of nigga, he see the trend. He agreed to fight, it's Logan Paul he's fighting, you know what I'm saying?
Is it? I thought it was Jake Paul.
No, listen, Jake Paul the one that knocked Nate Robinson out.
Right,
Jake Paul and Logan Paul, brother. They was at the press conference, the face-off with his fight with, you know what I'm saying, Logan.
Yeah.
While Floyd walking around doing his little pregnant shit, Jake approaches him because he's an attention whore, you know what I'm saying? Culture vulture type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? And he started talking shit to Floyd like, by the way, if I did the same night, Floyd, I know, I do this, I get in the paperwork. And part of him being an internet niggas do shenanigans. Boom gang, they grew up in that type of era, you know what I'm saying? So in his shenanigan Instagram type of mind, he snatches Floyd Mayweather hat off. Let me tell you something.
Then he said, got your hat.
And ran out. Now Floyd, they dealt with a lot of shit with real fighters and shit, but like, you gotta realize, some shit ingrained, when you a man, especially a black man, you know what I'm saying? Any man of any color snatching your hat off, I'm finna beat your ass. You come me in the street and snatch my hat off my motherfucking head, I'm finna get mad. I'm finna beat your ass.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Pump Mayweather out in front of like
nigga.
Cameras, everything, man.
Quit playing with me.
It really was like some middle school shit, bro.
Yeah, like that.
I got your hat.
That was Floyd disrespect. Like, nigga, you looking at a 40-plus-year-old black nigga there fighting God. You gonna snatch my hat off? I beat your ass. You playing with me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it done nothing but build intrigue for the fight coming up. I'm a big Floyd fan. I love the boxing game. I studied Floyd. He got everything down pat to me. And I'm looking forward to it. It ain't gonna be no Floyd gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? He may play around with it, make it look good. He gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? But really, not niggas want to see that Jake Paul fight. You gonna get fucked up, nigga. Quit playing.
Some regard Mayweather as the greatest defensive fighter, you know. And then,
but I think most people do. Even his detractors gotta say that.
Yeah. So I'm ready to see the fight because now you can't let this man touch you. Like I don't want him to get no licks, to be honest. I want Mayweather to be precise. I want him I want him to really pop that man off and make it look effortless. But do you think he's gonna play up to the camera?
Yeah, he got to. You gotta think about it. It will behoove him to. We know that everybody know Floyd could really fuck this nigga up easily if he's so chose to. But you can't do that because the more obvious that you make it how lower level this nigga is, the more it devalue the fight. Like Floyd and Cherry pick. Like when y'all gonna see he's stealing for y'all? He knows he's stealing for y'all, but he can't make it obvious. You come ride the bank with a belt fade, put a ski mask on. But no, goddamn.
You a fool, man.
For somebody, I couldn't even fuck me up, but I'm ready to see it. Mojo's excited, I'm sure. I'm really talking for Mojo. I'm excited.
I mean, all in all, I am excited for it, man. I'm beginning to be a fan of Jake and Logan Paul because of their escapades, man.
Right. Like the white boat game, but clean, classy.
So I want to see how this match up because this is the first time he really fighting an actual fighter. I seen him not fuck. No, that was Logan. I seen what his name, Jake?
Yeah.
Jake laid Nate Robinson the fuck out. And to me, once I seen that, I went back and looked at everything. They made me fight like this. And is he undefeated as far as this social media boxing run? Listen, man.
Nate Robinson deserved to be knocked the fuck out. He ran in like this. Like, who the fuck came in?
They didn't even try to shake that nigga.
I'm finna break it. Know what he got?
What?
He got a case of beats. You know who else got there? Get nigga the beats?
Who?
The top 5 hip hop producers. producers of all time, as according to the 478 podcast.
Most definitely. Now today we're gonna run down the list we have with the top 5 producers in hip hop, man. And you know, earlier we named a few names, and then before we know it, it got more and more extensive.
Right.
We had to give respect to a lot of producers, man, but I think we narrowed it down to like at least we got a good solid top 3. We don't agree all the way down to the end of it, but you know, for the most part, you know. So
Pretty uniform.
who you want to show love to first as far as top 5?
I'm gonna start with my number 5, and and this number 5 just recently made it onto my list as of like Mojo convinced me when we were talking about it earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Who that?
Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Manny
Like
Fresh.
when you start and realize
Manny.
that Manny Fresh single-handedly constructed Cash Money from a musical concept. He made every beat. It wasn't no other producer. You got Hot Boys, Big Time, every artist on the. He made every single song, every single album by every single person by himself and made hits. You know what I'm saying? Then he made an album that catapulted Lil Wayne to being Lil Wayne, the first Carter. You know what I'm saying?
But then did he produce the other albums too? Yeah, he had to.
Not the ones after Carter 1, that's when Manny Fresh was coming. Yeah, all the rest of them. Every one of them. Everything from Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? Manny
so he really helped spring Lil Wayne into what Lil Wayne is today.
Yeah, he built it. Juvenile, everybody, he built it. You know what I'm saying? You got that. When you look at the place where they want to do with hip hop, you gotta respect that shit. That shit, and he funky. That's a fucking little sign.
You think
Birdman one of the hardest beats ever? Back that ass up, one of the hardest beats ever.
You think Birdman paid him money?
Of course not. That's the issue. But I ain't gonna talk about it. He ain't never did me no wrong. I ain't never did no business with me. He want to do some business with me. I hope it be squad business.
He may come at all 3 of them.
Hey, the nigga Charlamagne asked that nigga like, so why didn't you come here? I did it already. Like ask me why I did it, bitch. I'm here now. I did it already.
Y'all finished y'all done.
I did it.
I just came here to say I was here like.
He was never told like 2 minutes. He ended up, fuck y'all, I did it already and left.
Hey, small tidbit. Y'all know who's in the back of that video? What his name was? Derez Deshawn.
Also, Rollo got the dog food like around. Yeah. He nigga put a chair when they look. He was polite gangster. Okay, that was my number 5. Who your number 5?
Oh, now, hey man, as far as producers, now I'm gonna have to show love instantly to. This may be a little left field, but this is what I have to show him love. I want to give it to Lil Jon. Okay. Lil Jon, man. I think that he also prepared the whole era. The crunk era. Now I'm a 90s baby, and when I was about 13, probably 15, however long the crunk era lasted, man. I want to say some of the beats that he made from then even on, and he also, you know, got some placement in the what you call it, the EPM. Is that the term? You know, in that sector too. And you know, for me, man, I just fuck with him, man. I got Carter Juice the album.
It was good. Probably the one he did.
It may have been the only one he did. No. That one to me put a stamp on the era for me. Like, so, you know, I'm going to have to give it to Lil Jon when I think about, snap your fingers, do your step, when I even think about, what that little scrapping? Man, we can get crunk in the club, yeah, rolling your hood.
Man, bro, I know what fucked me up.
So, from the side, Lil Jon.
I got to revise my list, dog. Like, shit.
See, that's what I'm scared of, man.
I got you right now. I can't even get into it because I wasted time on a fucked up decision. Manny Fresh number 5. It's for real. I really like.
See, he threw one in there. Then we wasn't even talking about for real.
Right. See what I'm saying? I thought about it. I'm fucking up.
And for real, man, with the Neptunes, with the clip, with his own music, man, he done put so many funky sounds out. Man, I really fuck with the guy, man. I like the aura that he create, man. In an industry full of tough guys and you know hard, you know beats, hard lyricism, man. He give you time to goddamn. Hey, then he made the soundtrack for Despicable Me. Because I'm happy.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, for real.
And
he number 5 on my list. So imagine what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, my number 4 was,
see?
Who was my number 4?
Mm-hmm. There's so many great producers when you really think of it. And there's a lot of people like you may not really appreciate the producer like that because they're not always the face. But you know, the producer, the one who make if the bread, you feel me? The bread for the sandwich.
Okay.
The foundation.
Right.
Now, motherfucker could just open a hand up, put some meat on there, put some lettuce, tomato, and squirt some, and try to. But you need that bread, and the bread got to be good, or the trash is the sandwich is trash, trash.
Right.
You feel me? So you need a producer. So a lot of people don't appreciate that. You thought of your number 4?
But number 4 for real, number 5 minute bread.
Oh.
Save big homie Gringo scoring 30 fucking talking about.
What number was it? Lil John 3?
He was never on my list. So I'm talking about that. No disrespect to you.
At the Dirty South, spoken presidential, George Bush.
And I already displayed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Baby, I can talk about for real now.
What?
Neptune, motherfucking Clips, Jay-Z, everybody, Justin Timberlake, the man expensive, happy. Mojo just did it for me. I ain't got to do it. That's my number 4. Manifest my number 5. What's your number 4?
My number 4, it goes to a collective, organized noise. When you talk about Rico Wade and the boys over there, man. When you talk about Outkast, when you talk about Goody Mob, when you talk about the Dungeon family, period, man, and the era of down south music. So I'm really staying down south with mine, man. I got Lil Jon and I got the Dungeon family, man, because I think they ushered in the era of, like we was talking about, like you have to respect Southern lyricism. They were the bread. They were the bread to introduce that, man. Like when you talk about Outkast and how they splashed into the game with that kind of production, what they were saying on top of smooth, like playalistic type shit, man. I really fuck with organized noise. So I think out of the producers I can think of, which is Split I can show love to, but what I can think of, I'm gonna give it the organized noise, man. Y'all fuck with me, Mojo Goody.
I like
to think about it.
My number 3 is Kanye West. Wake up, Mr. West.
Mr. West?
Mr. Soul Sample. Mr. I know how to take, I like how the ukulele sound like that. Let's get in here and make some vibe. Oh, you got on some blue jeans? I got on some blue jeans. We gonna make a song called Blue Jeans. He know how to put shit together real good. He know how to create the harmony. He's a visionary. He's a genius. He's quite eccentric. He's motherfucking Kanye West. Walt Disney. James Naismith. Google. Nickelodeon.
Nike.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a brand.
Music next. Kanye West. You feel me?
He's legendary for me, man. Some of my favorite albums, when you talk about My Dark Twisted Fantasy, when you talk about College Dropout, when you talk about Late Registration,
give it to him.
And even when you talk about something that set the trends as far as 808 and Heartbreak.
Yeah, big. Wasn't as big from what my ear and what I like, but I see the influence it did for today's music. I feel like it wouldn't be a Drake, it wouldn't be a Lil Uzi, it wouldn't be a lot of these people if it wasn't for 808s and Heartbreak kind of breaks through.
Now for number 3, I'm gonna have to give it to the old Ye. I'm just joking. Kanye West will actually have to be my 3 too, man. Because when you talk about the foundation he laid, they say they want the old Ye back, but what you have to appreciate is how he recreated himself so many times. Like that's what they
everything like old Ye. You know what I'm saying? What's the old Ye? The old Ye depends on your preference.
It's like 5 old Ye's.
You feel me? What's the old Ye to you?
And 2 new Ye's.
For some niggas, the 808s and Heartbreaks the old Ye. You know, that's what we saying.
So
my number 2.
Number 2?
This was controversial. I wrestled with my 1 and 2, and this is a personal preference based off the kind of music that they like, the versatility of it. But my number 2, Dr. Dre. Think about the greats Dr. Dre have produced for Ice Cube, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Game, Kendrick. He painted the sign. He made piano hard, copyright. But you know what I'm talking about.
He made the landscape for the West Coast, man. He definitely brought in that gangster, that smooth, that play.
Yeah.
That groove. I can really appreciate some of the man, he brought Snoop into the game, man.
Come on, man.
That ain't playing ain't cool. And he was in the videos with Snoop when Snoop had played.
Man, Snoop do everything, man. He never Snoop had a hot top.
And the next time we seen Snoop with a pint, he was in a video. And guess who? 50 Cent.
Yeah, man.
And that's somebody else ushered in by,
the mixtape era. He took so many things. And nigga, my number 1 is fucking.
Hold on. Just we're gonna say. You said your number 2?
My number 2. I thought our shit was the same. My number 2 was Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew my number 1. My number 1 was solidified, and it's only one man left on the table.
Who can that be?
My number 1, which I'm guessing your number 1, because I did slay Dr. Dre too. Big homie. But at number one, I had Timbo, man. Timberland.
Right.
Bro, the funk, man. Aaliyah.
Who else?
Missy Elliott.
Who else?
Who?
We'll talk about Magoo.
Okay.
But we should.
Magoo. And then producer for himself, along with, you know, Sierra.
Genuine. Talk dirty. I'm gonna talk dirty to you niggas. Motherfucker.
Don't even forget about him going into a whole nother.
Nelly Furtado. Just
Come
Timberlake.
on, talk that. Talk that.
Motherfucking. He did shit for Pusha T. He the versatility. Jay-Z. They're off your shoulders. Come on now, bounce with me. Bounce with me. That's all I'm telling you, man. Timbo really underrated for our musical style, our musical palette. He's more appealing.
And it's like the instruments, it's different.
Right.
Like, you know, a lot
Space
of
Age.
people do other things, and they make, he's just different. Like, you can't duplicate that. And if you could, you, my God.
You know how hard the nigga who beat is? Who? The nigga what? Nigga who? Jay-Z, that beat hard as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
This nigga, he reached it. That's 1998. Come on, bro. That what you doing then? Come on, man. Timberland, number one. Big homie, 478. We giving you another one. We gonna be back real soon. We always paying bills. If you don't see it, we paying bills and we come back right in your face with some shit. My name is Gringo motherfucking Marks.
They call me Mojo Goody.
This the 478 podcast. We big homie and we out of here. You hear me?